welcome to E-Magazine. I'm your host, Brenda, and I'm Savannah. Today on Art Wednesday, we have a special guest joining us who is a rap artist as well as a producer and is known as Lostinsavanna, aka Bow James. Thank you so much for joining me.
Hey.
How are you doing today?
I'm good. Thank you for having me.
First of all, did I even get the pronunciation right for your names? You know, I don't want to get it wrong out there.
Well, my artist name is Lostinsavanna. You are correct about that.
Okay, perfect. But the other one, I'm pretty
The
sure
other
wasn't.
My real name is Bow James.
Wow, that's amazing. So
Like
before we even get to talking about, of course, your music, what inspired you to go with the name Lostinsavanna? Because it's quite unique.
So Lostinsavanna is a story in a name. And it's basically my story. And I saw that it fit this region of Africa that we are in.
Oh, the Savannah.
Yeah,
that's very beautiful.
Yeah, so this is my story of how I was once lost in this savannah, still kind of.
Let's come into that.
Yeah, but I'm finding my way.
Okay, that's a beautiful story. So tell me a little bit about your style of music.
So my style of music is commonly known as Trapsoul or R&B, but I'm also into hip hop and I like rapping. These songs that I'll come through with different kinds of energies, but I prefer to be identified as a Trapsoul artist.
Wow.
But on the same note, I came up with my own new genre, and it's called ENB.
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 ENB. So what does that stand for?
Emotion and bounce.
Wow. You really are an individual lost in the savannah. It's that's a very deep, style to come up with.
Yeah.
So you mentioned Trapsoul. You know, that's something that's big. I remember when I was first introduced to Trapsoul is when I listened to Bryson Tiller, and I quite could not understand what type of music it is. And talking about that, what has inspired you to get into this genre of music, and what exactly do you enjoy about it?
Well, for me, first things first, I've been a fan of R&B since the 90s R&B, since the early 2000s, and I've just grown up listening to it. And I also grew up with ladies, so I feel like I appreciate women and the input they have in building our society.
That's beautiful.
So I was like, how can I reach out to these people in society and in a way that they can relate to? And I ended up making music that's very sensual, very melodic, very captivating with a story. And that's how Emotion and Bounce came up.
That's amazing. Now, of course, we're going to get to know more about your music, you know, what inspires your music videos. They're very creative, actually.
Thanks.
But I just want you to take me back a bit and tell me about your journey of how you even got into this music space in the first place and where you're heading with it.
So I didn't know I was gonna be making music at this point in my life. A few years ago, if you asked me what I'm gonna be doing, I'd have told you I'm trading stocks.
Wow.
or I'm fixing airplanes, you know. But along the line, I met some friends, and one of them was just making music in his bedroom. And it sounded like the kind of stuff I'm chasing after on YouTube, the kind of music that I'm listening to on radio. And I'm like, yo, bro, you're making this just in your bedroom. No extra input, nothing. And he's like, yeah, you want to try?
And just like that.
So I just hopped in the booth, and the rest is history.
That's amazing. So you basically just stumbled upon this and you realized this is a craft that I'm enjoying very much.
I started doing it, and when I started sharing my music, the response was so good. Everybody told me, yo, man, is this really you? Is this Kenyan? And
it's a different sound. You're not
everyone
used to
was
it.
like, yeah, what is this?
And how long have you been doing it when you first realized there's something you want to do? How long has it been so far?
So since I recorded my first song, that was in 2013.
Wow, that's a long time
That's
ago.
the first time I recorded a song.
A song.
But I didn't record anything else until 2015. That's when I did the first one that I shared, Bad Thing. That was my debut, my song called Bad Thing. You can check it out on YouTube. So after that, like, it just opened so many doors, and I was like, damn, I think I'm actually really good at this.
And you know, there's that gap of 2013 to 2015. Well, in that time, were you trying to find the style, were you experimenting and seeing what really works with you, or you just knew from the word go, this is the type of style I'm gonna do and see where it goes?
I was really just experimenting, and it turns out that's the sound that really fit my voice, really fit my character, and the person I was trying to be. So yeah, I just stuck to it, but not to say that I didn't do other kinds of genres. I've been busy like also finding my footing, because there's a lot of people who listen to music.
Very true.
So you have to kind of cater to everyone's taste, and if you want to be commercial, at least.
Gotta do something.
Yeah, you gotta do a couple of different things.
That's beautiful. So how's, you know, of course those beautiful moments you've had when it comes to making your music, you know, have a lot of positive feedback from your fans, but what's been the most difficult part about this journey of yours in music right now?
Well, funny enough, somebody asked me the same question recently. I think for me the hardest part is like building a vision only you can see. So like not everyone understands why you're trying to be a musician, why you're trying to be on TV, on radio. No one really gets why you're doing it, and I mean it's not my job to explain it. I'll keep doing me, but the hardest part is just dealing with all the skepticism, all the doubt, and everyone who's just around you with negative vibrations. Yeah, because everyone has something to say, but I don't listen. I listen to my own music.
That's amazing, because you know a lot of musicians sometimes, I don't know, maybe some of them don't, once they make a single out, they don't listen to it after that. It's just like the art is done.
Whoa.
You're the complete opposite of that.
I listen to my music every day, like at least twice. That's like,
which is quite fascinating.
I'm my biggest fan.
That's amazing. Imagine you made music that you're listening to yourself. You're jamming and chilling to your music. It's quite crazy. Now we're in a space now in Kenya where, you know, music is great. It's evolving. There's a lot of new styles that have come in. A lot of new underground rappers who have come out. Have you ever felt the pressure of, you know, making music that appeals more to a certain audience because, you know, of the commercial aspects of it?
Well, I mean, like I said, at the end of the day, I also want to make money from my music.
100%, yes.
So you can't ignore a market, especially if it's one which you currently live in. So I'm talking about Kenya, and what's going on right now is like gengetone. That's what's popping. I mean, I'm not going to go and start
jump on the genge
vibe, but I'll bring you something similar, or which has a similar vibe, but with my own touch and my own style.
To it.
So yeah, emotion and bounce. If you merge it with that gengetone vibe, you get emotion and Afro bounce. So I'll still come in unique, and I'll still meet the audience, which like I'm not used to.
Oh, very true. Now, do you think that the Kenyan music market right now is, you know, we've accepted gengetone already, you know, this new wave of styles. Do you think we're open for them? Do you think it's something we really want to, you know, accept and listen to?
Well, I think it's dope that Kenya finally found a style that's unique to it. I'm a bit 50-50 about the content part about it, because that's equally important. It's not just, I'm not just listening. I'm not gonna listen to music just because it sounds good.
Very true.
Also, there's a message. Is there a message to it? Is there something that can grow, that I can grow from through listening to that song? Most cases, yes, but as far as I know, the kind of stuff that we see on TV and it's been labeled gengetone, it's somewhat demeaning, but to both my craft and to both individuals in the society, especially the ladies. Not to say that the music isn't dope.
It's a party music.
It's a party music. If I go to a club, I mean, I want to listen to those songs, but yeah.
Okay, I get where you're going with this. But you know, I feel like you know, hip hop itself, the different styles of rapping, the different styles of music. You know, those rappers who tell stories through their music, and I believe you're one of those rappers. So when you have such individuals like, you know, doing the gengetone vibe, which is just party music, sells better, does it kind of discourage you with the kind of market, the things we're accepting as, you know, listeners and audiences?
Actually, no. I've never been discouraged because I believe myself to be an international artist.
Yeah.
So I'm not just making music for Kenyans or East Africans or even just Africans. I'm making music for the world. So out of how many billion people are we?
I can't even count.
Yeah, and there's like about 1 billion or so more who are connected to the internet. Those are the ones who are making music for.
Very true.
So I'll never lack a market to listen to my music.
That's beautiful. Now I feel like we've talked so much about music, and I'm sure our viewers want to get to see what your work is all about. So here we're gonna get to see the singer by Lostinsavanna, got it right, and it's called, is it Demeanor?
Misdemeanor.
Misdemeanor. Let's take a look at it, and we'll be right back after that.
Shorty got that misdemeanor. Stepping on that liquor seem like by the leader. She fiending for that cocaine. Got her dancing like a ballerina. Damn, I'm in a super scene. Leave her hanging like them chandeliers. She put that thing on off her like a pint of beer. Yeah. My city got the baddest here. It's just dance. Throw some bands and make her dance. Glad to meet her friends. Got me in a trance. Gotta meet the mess. So you better pay me in advance. I'm super wavy and I'm rocking Vans. And I got them fans. My girl ain't out yet, we be making plans. She got my heart hostage, yeah, she be making them demands. Goddamn, I hope this shit gon' never end. She got my heart sitting in her hand. That one price like a piece of land. She tell her friends that I am her man. I don't know what I want, this whole thing I don't understand. She don't just want just any other man. She need a guy with bands. Goddamn, yeah. Shorty got that misdemeanor. Sipping on the liquor, seem like by the leader. Yeah. She fiending for that cocaine. Got her dancing like a ballerina. Damn, I'm in a super center. Yeah, shorty got that misdemeanor. Sipping on the liquor, seem like by the leader. Yeah. She fiending for that cocaine. Got her dancing like a ballerina. Damn, I'm in a super center. She can't get love them nasty things. She get it on her own. She don't gotta ask for anything. That's why she worth the wedding ring. Body type, skin right. Give it to me any night. Never putting up a fight. Cause I do it, baby, how you lie. Give it to you damn right. It's mighty long way from where I came from. You ain't never understand all the shit that I did done. And I know some blessings gon' come in the form of some income. But they think I do this just for fun. And I'm beasting when I get undone. And I'm sipping on some whiskey, but she got that wrong. And I make that thing pop like some bubble gum. 1, 2, 3, DJ Khaled, give me another one. I make it work, never run. Cause I get it done. Shawty got that misdemeanor. Dipping on the liquor, seem like by the leader. Yeah. She fiending for that cocaine. Got her dancing like a ballerina. Damn, I'm in a super center. Yeah, shawty got that misdemeanor. Sipping on the liquor, seem like by the leader. Yeah. She fiending for that cocaine. Got her dancing like a ballerina. Damn, I'm in a super center. Yeah, shawty got that misdemeanor. Sipping on the liquor, seem like by the leader. Yeah. She fiending for that cocaine. Got her dancing like a ballerina. Damn, I'm in a super center.